This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Fields. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, that it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. Again, it's Robinson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 34.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Fields now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Commanders have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And a flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Rodgers to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out. Still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Whitfield, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's taken in. Trey Nixon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
14-0 to score. This is the NFL. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Whitfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Back one. Hey, take 26.
Snap comes at 1. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25 yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On 2nd down, Whitfield. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 18-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Robinson will try to pick it up. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
Sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Play action. It's Fields. Looking deep downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hey, 626. Got 300. Got 350. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
On play action, Rodgers completes it again to Doubs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Hey, you block over here.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Doubs. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Rodgers again now. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Fields. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields. And Ingram holds it in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again is Fields. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. That's out wide here for Robinson. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter, they'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, Whitfield. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Whitfield. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action. Now Rodgers.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
This one left side caught by Gibson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Norton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now a first down throw, Fields. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Fields. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, Fields. That's to his running back, complete. Touchdown! Brian Robinson Jr. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Going up top. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 23 yards the pickup there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Handoff now to Robinson.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Finds his tight end, Ingram.
Touchdown, Washington.
Evan Ingram, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Over here.
Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Play action. It's Fields.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Norton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did.